everybody, welcome back. These Bridezillas have gone absolutely bonkers. Bonkers Bridezilla, when aspirations meet insanity. Crack my nuts for this. One of my sisters, a psychologist, has the unfortunate pleasure of having to work with an atrociously self-centered, self-serving, me, main character syndrome, narcissistic personality disorder type. So my sister-in-law actually knows what she's talking about. This isn't just the internet throwing buzzwords at you. This is actually a diagnosis. Who is going to get married later this year? Unfortunately, the private clinic where they work has a number of these main character syndrome types because the practice actively goes after high-profile clients, offering them the Hilton of healthcare experience. Ooh, noted. The upper management is even more toxic, and everything is about pandering to rich clients, even at the expense of clinical competency or safety.
Printers were catching on fire.
My sister-in-law says she's staying there and grinding her teeth quietly because they offer extremely flexible working conditions and she can charge extremely high fees and they get paid without fuss. So her debt is vanishing fast and they will be able to put down a sizable deposit for a place in a very nice area to boot. Anyways, I get to hear about a lot of the goings on, so my sister-in-law's head does not explode because a lot of the other staff come to her to vent because she's such a sweetheart and seen as neutral ground. So Mimi, not real name, obviously. It's a good name though. I feel like it's appropriate. Is particularly the bane of everyone's existence because she's the daughter of the clinic's owners. Nepotism. Mimi was placed into her current clinical management role when she managed to finish university, a role usually reserved for clinicians with significant practical experience. I always find that it's not always people that are like very high up, you know, people that are really good at business, people that are like wealthy or whatever. I always find that it's the people that were handed the success and not the people who actually had to build the success that have these like personality issues.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
She has no people management skills, qualifications, and obviously no experience. She knows it and knows the only reason she has the job is because her parents own the place. She also knows she's stuck there, and if anything happened to the clinic, she would be unemployable elsewhere because it is not a huge industry and everyone knows everyone. She likes to torture and bully the staff that cannot defend themselves. She's the biggest freckle kisser to anyone she perceives she can use, or is a famous client to the clinic, or might be wealthy and connected. Toxic 101 basically. Makes everyone's life a misery daily and makes everyone's daily life about her and whatever wannabe Instagram famous thing she dreams up. Yes, Mimi also thinks she's an influencer of some status and a trendsetter. Except almost everything she does is a painful copy of the million others who've already done the same thing, including her upcoming wedding in some minor sporting star. Every morning team meeting, they are given an update on Mimi's wedding progress in excruciating detail. Oh God, spare me. She's been planning this for over a year already, and woe betide anyone who dares to point out they need to get on with work stuff during her updates. There's no conversation anyone can have anywhere during a day she will not insert herself and her wedding into constantly. Think Wallowitz and NASA from BBT. I feel like there's a glossary here. Big Bang Theory. Got it. I honestly really appreciate the glossary. Thank you for including that. It seems like she is desperately trying to outdo her sister-in-law's wedding. Sister of Mimi's fiance, who's apparently a lovely down-to-earth guy, as is his sister. Sister-in-law is married to a major professional sportsman and one of the wags out here. For those of you who don't know what a wag is, it's a wives and girlfriends. It refers to someone who's like married to like a really big sports guy, like a football player, you know? Like Victoria Beckham, she's a wag. Or is it WAG? I'm gonna call her a wag. So far, the wedding planning madness has included 6 weeks of barely doing any actual work while she contacted venues, destination wedding of course, during work hours trying to find something more exclusive and flashier that would be the right aesthetic for us. Yet she's decided part of the aesthetic is having the most bland and predictable menu, think nuggets and chips type basic, okay, that she already completely drawn up and how it would be prepared and served on the day. Mimi would present those demands as non-negotiables to the venues because of her supposed deadly allergies. I totally get actual food allergies, but they're conveniently not a problem when she wants to eat something someone brought in for their own lunch at work or at work events, according to my sister-in-law.
Something smells fishy.
And her wedding aesthetic. These are venues that are specifically known for their world-class chefs, wine cellars, and amazingly creative food. So she was most surprised, furious, when turned down by most of the venues. Fact of the matter is that a lot of wedding venues have like a set caterer. I know that the wedding venue that we chose, the caterers in the city kind of bid for who will be the caterer for that season. And the venue, because it's a historic site, then makes the choice. And then essentially all the weddings that are held at that venue have to include the catering done by the catering company that's designated. One place eventually agreed to do the menu she decided, but at a massive premium per head. So that should end up interesting. Just like one nugget on a plate with like some dill or, you know, we'll do it, but we'll do it fancy.
5 million each.
A month-long saga about invitations. I never thought choosing a font and envelope size could be so fraught. Also posting on her socials every time another batch flying with love when invitations were put in a post box. Asking her supposed followers online and anyone else she could find to help her say yes to the dress because she could not decide without all the love you have for us for our special time. That's apparently still going on. A month of drama posted online with her OTT teary reaction videos asking each of her 11 bridesmaids, 10 maids, 1 maid of honor, will you be my bridesmaid? They said yes. Done over a month because she took them each out to dinner, complete with personalized cakes, asking the question at some ridiculously expensive restaurant. Interesting choice for a video. I feel like that's good for like one video, but like not 11, you know? I'm bored just reading it. Once they had agreed to be in her bridal party, the poor things were given a contract to sign, which was live streamed to some kind of Zoom hell meeting with the bride and groom family in attendance. It included task lists, rules, and other financial obligations, and immense pressure to sign during the meeting. Ooh, that's intense. You can be my bridesmaid, but you need to sign a contract. Does that also include like an NDA? You can't talk about how crazy I am. Looks like these poor women are going to be funding a lot of things so Mimi can have the attention she thinks she deserves and be like all of the other freeloading influencers online because of course the bride does not pay for her special day. I mean, since when? I'm paying for a lot of things. Except it is not just one day. Oh god, this is out of control. There are multiple week-long destination events planned by Mimi and they're expected to attend and fund for bridal showers. Yes, plural. More than one. Oh god. Destination week-long bachelorette and a destination wedding too, and some kind of bridecation the week of the wedding that the bridesmaids are expected to fund but can't attend. Oh, hell no. I beg your finest pardon, but no. These people were essentially bullied into signing a contract that forces them to pay for all this shit.
Call it a suggestion, a very strong suggestion.
The bridesmaids are also paying for their own dresses, hair, separate MUA, accommodation, flights, gifts for the bride, etc., etc. As part of the Zilla Fest, and of course any dissentation so far has been met with bullying from Mimi until they give in. I thought that she was like rich or something.
That's how the rich stay rich, baby.
Isn't her daddy gonna pay for some of this? I'm sorry. This is out of control. This is so out of control. I really wonder how much attention the groom is paying to all these things because it seems like a sea of red flags and high maintenance. Yeah, that is very unreasonable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel bad even asking my friends to attend a destination bachelorette. So we're doing just a bachelorette in the city one day because I'm doing a destination wedding. So I'm trying to compensate for the fact that everybody already has shit to pay for. Listen, I've learned a lot from like videos that I've been doing. It's a lot to ask of people, okay? I know it is. And you gotta give people a little bit of leeway because it's like, let's not make people go bankrupt because you're getting married. That's ridiculous. Nobody likes you that much.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
She most recently decided that no one else but the videographer and photographer the sister-in-law used is suitable to record this extravaganza, so is using them. Along with the same bakery that made the wedding cake and guest gifts, brownies, and wanting the same DJ. That caused some issues because the DJ is a longtime friend of sister-in-law's father, and when Mimi started demanding they DJ the wedding, he quite rightly told her to foxtrot Oscar. And when that was not enough, went to see the father to see if he could talk to the groom about getting her to drop it. Not sure how that went, but I'm sure sister-in-law will update me. Was she also expecting the DJ to play for free as well, or is it just her friends? This week, apparently she was discussing having an additional ceremony coordinator, now that she has decided on what kind of ceremony she's having. This is on top of her wedding coordinator and venue coordinators. Lord almighty. She's also hiring a content creator so she can have more time to focus on herself during this emotional process. The amount of money being spent on this must be over the $100,000 mark. Probably more than that, honey. I'm telling you right now. My sister-in-law is not even sure if the groom has been asked about anything he wants, as Mimi vetoed who he could have as groomsmen, what they can wear, and even what he can do for his stag weekend. Oh, she sounds fun. The drama today was more of the same. Mimi needs everyone's focus to be on her and her wedding. Of course, course, in the middle of all this daily updating and time wasting on her own wedding plans, 2 other employees had the temerity to independently announce they're getting married to different people, not each other. And Mimi lost it at them very publicly during the meeting. Oh no. I'm so tired.
I feel you.
This is comical. This is funny. She's apparently putting in a formal complaint about their unprofessional behavior during a staff meeting and wanting them publicly disciplined.
Shame.
For sharing that they're also getting married. But when she hijacks staff meetings to talk about her wedding for hours and hours and hours, it's totally fine.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
They are fairly new staff and obviously had no idea what the deal was with her, so did not realize no one else is allowed to have a life or a wedding. No, they're not allowed. Have you learned nothing? When you know someone else that's getting married, you're not allowed to discuss or even be engaged. That's the expectation, apparently. I will be interested to see the outcome for that because I think they would have a good case against her. I truly feel sorry for anyone who finds out they are pregnant working at this place currently. I'm sure that would be considered a declaration of war or something. If she would want them sacked on the spot. I cannot even imagine having to have a friend that's like this, but sister-in-law literally has to work at a place where she's forced to listen to all of this. If you have a friend that's like this, ideally you cut them off or go low contact. If it's someone that works with you and like there's no end in sight, like I can't even imagine. Like I have people in my life like this that like you can easily just be like, oh sorry, I'm busy, and you can kind of limit the time you spend with the small doses, right? Oh my lord. I cannot even imagine being forced to go to work and listen to this all day long, but I still find it entertaining. Anyone else? It's the contract for me, like that's crazy. I've noticed that there's a trend with people who want to have very extravagant weddings. The really extravagant ones often end badly. Why you gotta put on such a crazy show? Now, I'm not saying every time. Lots of people have beautiful weddings and they have happy marriages, etc. But it's kind of like when you're overcompensating for something.
I have a condition.
This shit is out of control. Like everybody needs to take several seats. So do I, and I'm learning a lot, believe me. I'm learning a lot. I'm doing my best to make this easy on everyone, easy on myself, easy on my fiance. Wedding culture is out of control. Getting married is great. It's probably one of the most important things you'll ever do in your entire life. One of the most important decisions you'll ever make is who you marry.
So, what do you want to eat?
But just because it's the most important thing in your life does not mean that it's the most important thing in everyone else's.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Saw this on TikTok and I thought it was satire. Oh god, oh god. Okay, so this is probably an example of a bridal contract. A wedding isn't just a day. It's the day you get to be the star of your own fairy tale. And in my fairy tale, everything is perfect because I deserve nothing less. Cinderella. Did she actually say that? Isn't Cinderella fictional? Welcome to the beginning of my wedding journey. I'm thrilled to have you all along for the ride. But let's be clear, this is my big day and everything needs to be perfect. I've spent countless hours planning every detail to ensure it is the fairy tale I deserve. From the dresses to the decorations, everything has been carefully chosen by me, and I expect all of you to respect that. I know what I want, and I won't settle for anything less. Get ready to follow my lead and make this the most fabulous day ever. Get ready for the wedding of the century. The theme is Luxe Boho Glam.
What does that even mean?
I think boho vibes with a touch of luxury. It's going to be the perfect mix of chill and fabulousness. This isn't a wedding, it's basically the Met Gala. My wedding announcement blew up with hundreds of views, and thanks to all that hype, okay, I've got some amazing brand deals to cover a lot of the stuff we need. So guess what? You all get to be a part of some sponsored content. Yep, that means you'll be helping out with some fab brand collabs with me. Here's my deal. My wedding is in January of 2025 at the fabulous Cipriani Inn. Oh, that's coming up. Or is it? And I have some expectations that you all must meet. These are non-negotiable, so get ready to step up your game. Weekly check-ins. We'll have a 1-hour check-in to stay on top of everything. I need everyone's emails for the Zoom invites. Kill me. I don't even have weekly check-ins with like my manager or my agent. That actually is like a job that like results in money for me. It would be so much better if we could meet in person. Oh, at the Soho House in Meatpacking. Oh Lord. You guys all have memberships, right? First Tuesday of every month, be there. I've been to that Soho House. It's a nice Soho House, I'm not gonna lie, but fuck you, I'm not going there every week. Oh my God. July 2024 dress fitting. We are heading to New York for a weekend of luxury dress fittings. Yes, this means flights, hotels, and the best champagne brunches. Expect to spend at least $700. No skips.
Do I look like I'm made of money?
I need my bride tribe there for my most important shopping trip ever. This sounds like hell on earth. Count me out. Oh God, there's more. God. Let me zoom in. Can I zoom in on that? How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in? This one zoomed in. August 2024, beauty routines and engagement party. It's crucial that you start your wedding beauty routine now.
I'm not taking advice from a...
We'll be ordering customized beauty boxes from top brands like Drunk Elephant, Barbara, Sturm, Dyson, and Dr. Dennis Gross. Each box will be around $1,200 and is essential for our pre-wedding glow. Send me your credit card information and I'll have my brother organize the rest. Even if you have these things, we want them fresh and new for the wedding. Being for real! This is crazy. Get ready for the most epic engagement party ever. Yay. The theme is Safari Bride and it's going to be legendary. Think glamorous safari outfits, chic animal prints, and over-the-top decorations. So more outfits that you need to buy.
Wonderful.
This party will be the highlight of the year and you need to bring your A game. Don't miss it. If I was someone who read this, I would already not be a bridesmaid. What part of this makes someone want to be included? I don't. How to lose a friend in 10 seconds or less, honestly. September 2024 spa weekend. Time to pamper ourselves with a spa weekend. We'll be going to the Berkshires in a limo. Timmy has so graciously booked for us. The limo cost is covered. You're welcome, girlies. Shouldn't be more than like a $500 room, but I'll get back with the details soon. October 2024 bachelorette party number 1. We're heading to Ibiza for an epic bachelorette. Hope your passports are up to date, girlies. Our maid of honor will be leading the charge on this and we'll send Venmo requests soon so you guys can budget. Oh my God. November 2024 hair and makeup trials and bridal shower. And let me guess, you want them to pay for that too.
What are you, psychic?
Timmy's flying in top stylist for hair and makeup trials. This would cost $400 each. You have to be there, no exceptions. We'll have consults for highlights and extensions there. If you want extensions, please budget an extra $1,200. You will all be organizing and throwing my bridal shower. It needs to be elegant, chic, and totally Instagrammable. Think designer decorations, gourmet catering, and fabulous party favors. Make sure it's perfect. This is your responsibility to handle and make it amazing. Oh yeah, no, I'm busy on that day. Yeah, no, that day too. That day too. Yeah, I'm just busy for the rest of my life. December 2024, final dress fitting and brunch. One last trip to New York for final dress fittings and a fabulous brunch. Mark your calendars and be there. January 2025, the wedding week madness. We'll be in Miami for a whole week leading up to the wedding. So a second bachelorette. Got it. This includes more spa days, rehearsals, and parties. You'll need to be ready to spend at least $1,000. It's going to be amazing, and you all need to be a part of it. Closing out with, remember, this is my big day, and I expect nothing less than perfection. Thanks for understanding and for being the best bridesmaids ever. People have gone back crazy. I thought that was a joke. Like, please tell me that this is a joke. Please tell me this is rage bait because it's working. This should be titled How to Lose a Friend in 7 Months or How to Lose a Friend in 1 page or less. Honestly, it's more like or less to me. Like even then that opening paragraph, the way that she talked to them. I think my favorite part is how the only expense the bride via Timmy, who I assume is the poor schmuck marrying her, is covering the limo and has the audacity to say, "You're welcome, girlies." And then immediately tells them to pony up $500 for that wedding. So as I was reading this, I was like, if you're expecting people to do all of this, you need to be showing up with some serious freebies, some serious gifts, like some serious accommodations. You need to be treating your bridesmaids like princesses if this is what you expect of them, because this is just so unbelievably entitled. I can't even fathom how anybody would want to do this. Weekly Zoom mandatory meetings. I would soon rather die than attend your weekly Zoom meetings. I could do a weeding. I would soon rather die than attend a weekly Zoom meeting. I said it again. I would rather die than attend a weekly Zoom meeting about your wedding.
Whoa, first try.
It's official. Bridezillas have gone bonkers. Subscribe!